What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for May 6, 2021. So, we do have the brand new Forest Mage hero, Gloria, coming out tonight. We will be building her on Twitch. We might even be building her on like a single E5 account to see how she does in Sealand. Hopefully, we can do a lot of cool stuff with that as well, but we'll also be testing her in the late game. Most likely. We got to see what accounts we're going to actually create her on. But we do have Eternity Crystals, which is a nice little way to keep building new heroes. So we'll do that. And of course, we are getting closer to 48,000 subs. So take 1 second. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you enter every one of those giveaways. Let's jump into the news. So, new event on the horizon. Let's check out and see what we got coming to us. Of course, the daily gifts are going to be 3 heroic summoning scrolls. Kind of wish they tweaked this again. It feels like it's due for another tweak, because right now we're only getting an extra 21 heroic scrolls during the week. I feel like they should give you like 50 to 100 a week. I think that would be like the sweet spot, but hey, maybe I can convince them. I'll send them more feedback. We do, of course, have Gloria with the guaranteed chances. Now, again, this is still 500. I wish it was 400. It would be very convenient to be able to guarantee 9 copies in 2,000 summons, but you're guaranteed 9 copies in 2,500 summons, which feels a lot worse because, you know, the loops stop at 4 loops. You know my take on this. It's still here. I'm still pushing to get it to 400. Don't worry. I'm letting them know every single time we get a heroic summoning event. Speaking of the event, here it is. We have Gloria at 400 points, and we are getting Emily at 200. Not anything great in Emily. I mean, she's useful if you're trying to push like Fortress Sealand, but I mean, at this point nowadays, you're getting these cores of transcendence even in summoning events. You're being able to build more heroes, get more stellar shards from Vortex, from Arc, from all the fun things. Realms Gate is to the point where support heroes, especially in Sealand, are not really as required. What is required is stellar shards, but of course, they are giving us some cores of transcendence, max 4 loops on the summoning event. We do have the Palace of Eternity and the Palace of Crystal open, so the replaceable heroes are going to be Mirax, 4Cs, 2C, Eloise, and Fiona. Man, we're on a streak of female heroes right now. We got the 4th female hero in a row. But of course, if you do buy those value packages, you'll be able to get a ton more Eternity Crystals. Absolutely no point buying them if you are not doing this summon event. And should you be doing this summon event? It's hard to say. There's no special rewards on this one, so my initial answer is no. Then again, you got to remember last year, because you got to remember right now, we have Anniversary next month. The next summoning event should be Anniversary. Last year at this time, we got Sherlock, and we all know how powerful Sherlock is compared to Drake and Russell in the current meta. So, something to think about for sure. We do have the altar event coming up, so we do have Flora and Inosuke. Flora is kind of a hard pass unless you're already building her, which she's not really that useful in any game mode whatsoever, but Inosuke is really great to pick up if you are early game and you can afford that many of those. I think they're altar stones. I forget the name of those. I always forget the name of this currency. For some reason, I always want to say soul stones, but I know that's not right. But yeah, Inosuke is a great one to pick up, especially for 6,000. We do have Ormus Workshop still here for the second week, so make sure you're breaking apart, rebuilding, whatever you need to do, whether it's for Aspen Dungeon, Tower of Oblivion, PvP, Vortex, make sure you get it done because it will be going away at the end of this next week. And same with Glorious Boost. So this is kind of the last chance to grab Rui Scepter if you think you want it for Transcendence Jara, if you're building Transcendence Jara. Otherwise, of course, Punisher Staff if you're going to upgrade multiple Punisher Staffs. And then beyond that, don't touch Kiss Ghost, don't touch Candy Bar, don't touch that torch. None of those are worth it whatsoever. We do have a puppet package, and it's essentially the same exact loot you would get in the $100 value package, except you're changing out this puppet for a key. So if you're not doing the event, this $100 package is completely useless. If you are a spender and you want more puppets, because of course you need more void imprints, and those cost a lot of 10-star puppets, it might be something you want to go after, but at $100, it is a very steep pack, so I'm not sure how many people are actually going to get this. I mean, $100 would normally get you a 10-star puppet if you look at the monthly events. So is 150 scrolls and 5,000 gems worth essentially $50? Depends on how you value it. For the average player, absolutely not. For the spenders, it's another chance at a puppet. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to grab it that are spenders, but definitely take your time. Don't go crazy. This is not a cost-effective pack whatsoever. And of course, we do have the weekly campaign value packages. You'll be getting those up to 5 keys if you are doing the summoning event, and that will give you more of those eternity crystals. And then you'll be able to use them at anniversary for the light or dark hero, or both, or whatever combination of heroes we get this year. Not quite sure. Last year we had a light and dark. The previous year we had a dark and a fortress. So I don't know if they're going to keep the light and dark thing up or if they're going to change it up. So that is something to remember. And then we also have one function update. Of course, Eloise is going to be hitting Elite Shards and the Glorious Temple. But let's jump on over and take a look at Glorious skills one last time before we go live with this event. Okay, so here is Glorious skill card. If you did not catch it on Tuesday, we did a little more in-depth review, so if you're looking for that, go jump to that one. If you don't care about going back to previous videos, let's just go over this real quick. We do have Gloria here. Her active ability, Rushing Waves. Deals 800% attack damage to 4 random enemies, which is really good. That actually might have some use when it comes to Aspen Dungeon as well, because 4 targets, that's perfect, and reduces them 20% attack for 3 rounds. I imagine that's stackable if somehow you get multiple actives off right away real quick, which could be good. And inflicts bubble or magic bubble equal to 1440% of attack damage on them. So that right there is actually mark damage as well. Really great active skill in my opinion. Heart of the Ocean passive, 50 HP, 30% attack, control immunity 30%, speed 60. I really hate seeing so many heroes with this control immunity. I miss the days where like almost every other hero that wasn't light and dark got like 30% damage reduction. Just so many heroes are so squishy nowadays. You need to run things like crowns, like splendid crowns or splendid A and Bs for them to be viable. But hopefully with offensive artifacts, she can be viable as well. The next passive is Raging Waves. Basic attack targets the enemy with the highest crit chance. That which is really the first time we've seen something like this. Dealing 420% attack at 420 damage and reducing the target's crit by 25% for 2 rounds. Kind of like a mini queen type ability, which I guess that's okay. And then lastly, we have water protection. Whenever an ally takes damage from a basic attack or active attack, she will inflict magic bubble equal to 400% attack against 3 random enemies. So that could be really good. That could be really good. So I don't know. One thing we got to see is if she takes damage from a basic or active, or if like just say, Asmodel attacks with his active and hits everybody. Does that mean we get 3 times 6 applications? That could be really strong in PvP because of course Magic Bubble right here is a mark. Marks can kill people through Amon-Ra shields, Inosuke shields, Fiona shields, Unbending Will shields. It goes through all of it. Triggered when it takes damage from basic attacks and active skills. It deals damage to targets and has a 25% chance to stun them for 2 rounds. Ruby Scepter hero, probably not, but we'll have to see how it works out. If Gloria is already dead when Magic Bubble is triggered, then the Magic Bubble no longer has a chance to stun. It disappears upon the trigger, of course. It will not stay for multiple applications. 1 proc, it's gone, just like Asmodel's crit marks. So be pretty good. And of course, these numeric values stand for skill stats with full enables. I don't know if that means void imprints, honestly. A little footnote there, but I don't know. But yeah, this is interesting because they bring a hero out with a very strong mark right after they bring out a hero that has slowed down the meta with shields. We're gonna have to see how this works out, because if you can kill through Fiona shields and deal damage through Fiona shields, that could be pretty strong. So hopefully you guys are interested in this hero. We are going to be building her, of course, tonight on Twitch. So if you have not yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button right here, because we'll be having a notice about our live stream. And I do think eventually we're going to be coming back here to YouTube for live stream. So again, stay tuned for that as well. But hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I will see you tonight on Twitch. If not, I'll definitely upload videos immediately on YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time.